We are on in 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Good evening, guys. Welcome to the Tel Talks Show, episode 24. Tonight on the talk show, we are discussing our trip to Comicon Scotland. And the first thing I must say, it's nice to be dry. I've heard London had some lovely weather at the weekend, but in Edinburgh, it rained all weekend. We actually had to get taxis and Ubers all weekend, all over Edinburgh. So right now, it's nice to just be in the dry, to be honest with you. Tonight, like I said, we're going to be discussing all things Comicon Edinburgh, Comicon Scotland, letting you know what we loved, what we hated, and going to be talking about our Funko Pop pickups as well, of course. So let's get our guest on tonight. Just the one guest in Dino, Joe. There he is. Joe, good to see you, mate. How are you doing?
Hello.
See you nice and dry as well.
Yeah, hair's still a bit damp, I think. I'm still recovering. I still feel absolutely knackered. I reckon I had about 6 hours sleep over the weekend. So, yeah, catching up slowly.
I can't tell, mate. I can't tell. You're still looking all right, mate. But
Beautiful.
yeah, I was going to say you didn't look too bad in the rain. I felt like your hair don't change much in the rain when you just
It's black, isn't it? It's black. It just stays as is. I'm just beautiful, some may say, but
yeah. And you had a wig on the Sunday, so you had the wig to cover your barnet up as well. So
I look worse with that on, I think.
Yeah, maybe maybe I should go on for the week on the Sunday. Let's have a little look who's in the chat. We've got Ash. Good to see Ash in the chat. And some familiar faces. Harry Pops. Got Leroy Screwballs. Make sure you go check out Leroy Screwballs' vlog as well, guys. He was at the con on the weekend. And there's some footage of Leroy in tonight's stream, so do stay tuned. Who has got Poppins in the chat? Good to see you, Poppin. Corey, good to see Corey as well, and some other familiar faces, and Chris and Meg. So let's go through tonight's schedule then. Hope you've got a glass of water nearby, Joe, or a beer, because there's going to be a lot more talking tonight, as we don't know where Milky's gone.
It's sober October now.
All right. So tonight's schedule then, Comicon Scotland is the main focus. Going to be reviewing it. If anyone did go to the con, or if anyone's got any questions about the con, do let us know, and we will try our best to answer it. We're going to talk about the best and worst, and then I was going to do the bloopers in a separate video, but we're actually going to watch the bloopers live on stream tonight. So we've got some Comicon bloopers, but they are a good laugh. Some really funny moments in this one. And then we've got film discussion, which is a new topic that I did tell the boys to be prepared for. Joe, have you got a film prepared for tonight?
I do. Yeah, I do.
I'm still thinking, but because I know you're not really a horror fan, so I'm like, maybe not give you a horror. And it is Halloween, October season. So I've got a double think. Then we've got Comicon announcements. Like I said, that big Comicon announcement last night to discuss. And then we've got to discuss next week's theme. We'll go back to the themes next week. So obviously won't be wigs or what we do? Wigs and masks we've done. So
wigs, masks, and football shirts.
No, Funko Pop t-shirt.
Oh yeah, Funko tees. Yeah.
So
yeah,
if you got a new theme for us, do let us know, guys, later on the stream. And then the stream will be open to the chat and you guys if you got any other questions. So let's get straight into it then. Comicon Scotland. Before let's have a look. So best day. So Joe, what was your best day out of Saturday and Sunday? Maybe quite a difficult one, to be fair.
I think it is quite difficult because I think Sunday was more chill. But Saturday afternoon, when we started getting stuff done, was amazing. I think we both agree that Andy Serkis and Cameron were probably the best interactions that we had, and obviously they were both on Saturday. So probably for that reason, Saturday, I think. Even they were very different days. But that Saturday afternoon flew by and was really fun. It got to a point where we were getting the set build photos and just me, you, Lee, and Jace were just going around taking videos and just having a laugh towards the end of the day when it quietened down. It was a good old laugh, actually.
Yeah, in my head, I thought that was the Sunday for some reason, but I think Saturday was a set. Yeah, Saturday was a set building because of we'll see later on in the bloopers, and Sunday was when we was in the cosplay. Well, we got more professional photos done. Chris says, "Are you going to Liverpool all for the love of horror?" The Liverpool one, I still can't decide. I'm changing my mind every half hour. I don't know. The main thing with Liverpool is that I want the Stranger Things pop, Nancy and Jonathan, but the new releases aren't going to be released in time, and then old releases are too expensive right now. So at the moment, it looks like I'm going to give it a miss and focus on London. For Love of Horror, don't think so. I think that's too close for Love of Sci-Fi. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes, really. See what pops up, and same with work and what gets in our way. But if I've got a free weekend for Love of Horror and the lineups are right, maybe I will. Joe, anything? I know Liverpool, you're not for Love of Horror. You took a look at it.
No, not for me. Not my cup of tea. It's Manchester as well, isn't it? Is it Manchester?
Yeah, I think it's same as for Love Sci-Fi, same venue. Leroy says, been editing my secret footage today. Video out soon. But Ian somehow are still the best interaction. Oh yeah, yeah. I thought I thought you were torn between Ian and Cameron. That's what I remember you said. Cameron remembers your name. Well, you remembered your name. That was pretty cool. But yeah, make sure you stick around for Leroy stuff. Best day then. I was gonna say Sunday originally because that was when we got photos done. But yeah, I think you've actually reminded me of what's happened Saturday later on in the afternoon. And overall for the guest interaction with Andy Serkis, yeah, it has to be Saturday for me. And a lot of the viewers and the people that have subbed to my channel and commented, they've all mentioned Andy Serkis. Like they've said, Andy Serkis looked great. Have you had any feedback on any reactions on your guest interaction in the comments?
Again, mainly the Andy one. Really, the way that the footage speaks for itself, doesn't it? It's just really bubbly, smiley, looked like he was pleased to see you rather than you're just a paying guest. You know what I mean? It was, and Cameron have shown people since the camera interactions, and everyone has said the same thing, that he looked like really. I think he felt really humbled actually by the fact there were so many people there, and your theory about him being the surprise guest with the amount of people going to see him was spot on, wasn't it?
Yeah, I did say that Cameron would be the surprise one, mainly because of the price and then the potential of him. So, and it proved to be right. And I think also because he's a young lad, I suppose to some girls and maybe guys, he would be a bit of a heartthrob to some people as well. So you could have all sorts of people in the queuing for Cameron. And we was proved right. There's points where the Cameron queue overlapped the Andy Serkis queue. Didn't it? That was where me and you had to split up. But yeah, Cameron was huge on the day. Let's have a quick look at the comments. I see the comments popping away. Corey says, horror is the last con of the year for me. Ash says, where's Milky at? We don't know. We invited him onto the stream. He said he's coming on. I asked him for some footage to add to tonight's stream, but I've not heard from him. So the show must go on, as they say. But and Ash, Leroy says, Milky's in Tel's back room staring at the ceiling. He's not in here. He's definitely not in there. He's not in there. Oh, he's at the door. He's at the door. Anyway, the next one then, guys. We've got a lot to get through, and there's gonna be a lot of talking from us. So yeah, Joe, help me where you can to stop me from blabbering on, mate. Best guest. I know we've kind of said it already, but is it still Andy then? Best guest for you?
Andy or Cameron, I'd say. I think it's a strange toss up between the two. Andy because of the size of the guest and how normal and welcoming he was, and Cameron for the same reason that he was welcoming. But yeah, definitely those two. I think for me, I think obviously there's a bit of bias because it was on the Saturday and it's their first day as well. Mm-hmm. I've seen some stuff from Cameron and he didn't look as full of energy on the Sunday. Yeah, which probably explains the Elijah Wood meet, but is what it is. You can only fit so much in one day, can't you?
Yeah, it's weird because the way Cameron was dressed on the Sunday was more comfort clothes, wasn't it? And the hat, He was just like, nah.
It's time to go home now.
Yeah, I reckon he actually probably had like more of his Cal Kestis hair early on in the day, but the rain made him have all the curly hair, which is what happened to me. So that's why he probably wore the hat on the Sunday. He's like, sod this, I'm going to go back to a hat. Next up, best photo. Now this could be photo of a guest or photo with the props. What was your best photo? And if you could show it, that'll be a bonus on your phone. I don't know what your answer is. I really don't.
Best photo is a toss-up. The best photo that I've got, or my favourite one to look at, is I've got one with Giancarlo Esposito where we're in the midst of having quite a funny conversation where it was near the end of the day. I had half abandoned my Hobbit outfit in cosplay on Sunday. I didn't realise that my hair was all over the gaff. And he just looked me up and down as we're about to take the selfie. And he just went, "What the fuck are you supposed to be?" And it caught me off guard and I was knackered and just went, "Oh, tired Hobbit that needs a fucking beer." And he just started wetting himself laughing, and you got a load of pictures of it. So the one where he's in hysterics is probably my favourite. And then the other photo I've got, which I also really, really like, is the one of the three of us and Cameron.
It's all right
So,
for you
yeah.
as well, being right in the middle, isn't it? So,
Yeah.
we was debating who to put in the middle, weren't we? But I was like, you pay for it, mate. You get in the middle.
So yeah, those ones. And then the best one with the set, I really like the one of me and Ollie outside the Hobbit house, just because obviously we're in cosplay, so it's quite funny.
Yeah, no, I love
Yeah.
that one. I wanted to make sure that I got all this set in and no outside background. But I love the
What about
one of
yours?
you and I love both the ones with you and the pipe with the Gamorrean guard and Yoda.
Oh, and Yoda.
No, the Gamorrean one, he's like got his knee, bent his knee a bit. It's proper like he's done it before this. Oh, well, that's brilliant with the Gamorrean guard. Leroy says Cameron, Ian, or Barrowman for me plus Andy. I'm not. Is that the photos? I mean, yeah, Leroy got tons of photos. Must have been about 8 or 9 photos that day. Even that Stephen Amell selfie, he's got loads and loads of photos. And with the HorrorCon, Corey says in Manchester, November 11th to 12th. That's the same weekend as London Con, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll be at London. That one, unfortunately, guys. Yeah, best photo for me. I like my Jesus one, but I'll probably go for the set one actually with was it the Chrysanthemum and Fennec Shand and me sitting on the throne.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
I like that one. Just being my Loki cosplay.
Yeah, that actual set build, that's been at a few, isn't it? And the actual throne doesn't look that impressive in person, does it? But those two stood next to it made it look so much better because their cosplay is ridiculous. They look like they were paid to be there, and they're not. They just stood there to take photos of other people.
Yeah, it looks like you'd pay a tenner for that photo, doesn't it?
Yeah,
like with the cosplayers there. And there was some Star Wars cosplayers who had like a charity bucket, but them two didn't have it, did they? Maybe they was part of it, but just walked around.
Yeah,
but yeah, that photo was brilliant. I thought for me to get for free. You got one as well, didn't you?
Yeah, I just look weird because I'm just hobbits.
It's a giant hobbit. Next up, we've got best autograph. Now, yeah, what was your best autograph? Just on how all fed. What's the word? I can't think of the word. Aesthetically pleasing.
Aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah. I'm just gonna look up mine now.
I actually don't know because Elijah Wood's autograph is actually really flush. It looks really nice, and Andy Serkis is nice. Oh, I think Giancarlo's actually one because of the inscription he's done for me.
Did you get yours down?
2 seconds.
Yeah, I'll get mine down. We'll show the difference because yours shit somewhere. So if we look at my auto is from Liverpool Con, and then Joe's is from obviously this weekend. So if we compare, look at mine compared to Joe's. Yeah, Joe, do you want to read out what it says, mate?
Yeah, so he's wrote to Joe, "You have something I want," and then his autograph, and then he's put Moff Gideon's on the side. But yeah, the inscription is really cool. And I just asked for the quote, and it was actually him that said, well, I asked for my name or it to be to me, and then I asked for the quote, and he said, "Oh, do you want me to write on the front so it looks like I'm actually saying it to you?" I was like, "Up to you. I don't mind." So he goes, "Oh yeah, it looks like I'm writing it to you." I was like, "Okay, that's cool."
Yeah, he actually wrote like a birthday card, didn't he? Really?
Yeah.
Best auto for me, I'll go for. You know what? It's weird because I have to give a special mention to Elijah as well because it was a bit Elvish, wasn't it, with the flicks and the way he actually done the auto. But I think you know what mine will be with Andy Serkis. So
yeah, so cool.
So yeah, we've got the Andy Serkis auto here. So yeah, I didn't see many people with the Caesar Funko Pop, so I got Andy Serkis there, and then on the side we got Caesar is home. But the bit I love is he drew a little window, which is famous in the Planet of the Apes saga. And I didn't ask him to do the little window. I completely forgot about it, and then when he drew it, it just took me back to the film. So I was really impressed with that. I thought it was a really nice little touch. And I think Andy Serkis has some problems with his hands right now because he had a really delicate handshake, didn't he? And if you see the video of him actually writing, it was very delicate as well. So yeah, he must be in a bit of pain when he's actually doing them autos. Leroy says, John Barrowman for me, proper nice handwriting. Plus he wrote "Love You." I remember he wrote "Love You." Yeah. So yeah, Leroy's favorite auto was John Barrowman. I forgot what that was on. Was it on the pop? It was on a Doctor Who pop. Was it?
Yeah, Doctor. Was it Jack Summit?
Yeah, he plays Torchwood. Is he Torchwood?
Yeah, but I think it was a Doctor Who pop.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was.
Jack
right.
Hart, something. I can't remember his last name.
Yeah, it's definitely. I think it's a Jack. Best stall. It's quite a random one. Your best stall.
Ooh,
yeah, and Jack Hart. Jack Hartness.
I don't know. It was at Wells as well, but I really like the that like armory place. I like the ones that you can kind of interact with it and have a look. I do like Padawan Outpost.
Oh yeah.
Just because they let you have a play around with it. To be honest, if it wasn't for me like tapping the bloke on the shoulder and giving him the lightsaber back, he didn't even realize I had it. I don't think. I was like trying to like physically give it back. So just take it. I want to start to go now. I've got a plane, mate.
Yeah,
probably those two. I'd say the rest are a lot of them are the same, aren't they? But yeah, probably those two. What about you?
Yeah, there weren't really much for me, and I normally look at the same stuff. Look at the pops and stuff. The one I liked, I suppose, was the one you actually bought something from. Was the little custom Lego store.
Yeah,
it's quite cool to visit, and I don't know, you have to really look into a lot of detail what everyone is really. I think I looked up for a Loki one, although I actually remembered I've actually got an actual Loki Lego figure, so I don't actually need it. But the designs are really, really cool. But yeah, I just wanted to put that one in there, best stall. I think it was the same as WoW's, really, wasn't it? Stall was.
Yeah.
I wonder what's coming up. I'll show you it off if you want. There you go.
Yeah, you got a nice little Frodo. That's gonna be my thing now at cons. I'll just get a little custom minifig. They only cost two or three quid. So
yeah, you would not believe that's not Lego, would you?
No, not a clue. So yeah, that's something that I'm going to pick up now. Just a little memento. Doesn't cost much.
You're going to go for ones that are actually at the con, if that makes sense.
Yeah, right. If I can do. There wasn't any at Wells, so I just picked up one that looked cool.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Leroy says, I'm taking on that Lego thing also now. Oh yeah, what did Leroy buy? You can answer in the stream, obviously.
I can't remember. He bought one after me. I think I was looking at a store behind.
Yeah, I feel like I can imagine him looking at She-Hulk, but he will not be She-Hulk. I can't remember. He'll answer in a second. Sorry, Lee, but yeah, let us know what you got. Next up, favorite moment. So, favorite moment of the whole weekend, or whatever, mate. Up to you.
Probably sneaking into the Diamond Q for the photo.
Right, we'll have to end the stream, mate. We'll have to end the stream. People are watching.
just felt like a big win.
Yeah.
And it was funny. It was something to look back at and laugh on.
Leroy.
Yeah.
Sorry, Leroy says, Mando and Batman you got.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Go on, mate.
Yeah, probably that. I think it's hard to pinpoint one thing really. Yeah, hard to pinpoint. There's so many small individual moments that happened in like quite a short space of time. But again, yeah, probably Andy Serkis, and the photos, I think, and some stuff that's going to be in the bloopers to do with the TARDIS.
Yeah, it's a shame. Like we don't really have a chance to have a night out and then not have the con the next day.
Yeah,
it would be nice to have a proper night out and then have a lay-in, but it's really hard. You're not too bad getting up, But me, I can't hack it no more. I can hack the drinking, but I can't hack the getting up. That's what kills me.
Yeah, I hate this. The no sleep it kill. I'm all right when it's going on, and then the last couple of days I've been like, I need a good old kip now.
Yeah,
Yeah, catches up.
I think my day off is next Thursday now, so I'm working from tomorrow into next Thursday. So yeah, this is just an absolute stretch. Ozzy from MM Production says, "Sorry if I missed it, but have you showed everything you lot got signed?" We've only shown 2 pops so far, but we'll do a full review, a reveal shortly, mate. We're just going through our best moments of every part of the con. But yeah, stick around. We will show you what we got. My favorite moment, I think it might have been the Saturday after we've done everything, and we just got to chill out. It was nice that a lot of people left, and the con got a lot quieter.
Yeah,
it was mayhem the first till when I was gonna say till after 3 o'clock, maybe.
Yeah, that photo was at 4, I want to say.
So it must have been after that. Yeah.
And then we went and got the auto quickly after. So probably between like 5.5, 6, when we decided to leave. It was just we were just having a giggle, just walking around the set builds and that, and it was just really chilled out. Sort of enjoyed where we were without stressing about, oh, we need to get this done, we need to get this done.
And you don't really get to do that normally. Like, it's because there's quite a few of us. Like, it's all like, oh, I'll take the photo for you. I mean, you don't have to really worry. Someone's going to get the photo, and then you get to exchange photos after. We've got Louise in the chat. Welcome to the stream, Louise. I think it's a new face. So thanks for joining in. If you've got any questions, do let us know. We'll try and answer them. Next up, then, biggest regret. I don't know if you got any regrets, but I think I've got one now. But I'm still big regret.
We were umming and ahhing, weren't we, about getting a Elijah photo on the Sunday. I was regretting it at one point on the Sunday until I got the Esposito photo on the sly. So if it wasn't for that, I probably would have regretted it. But don't really have any, except for maybe of getting there earlier on Saturday, but would have been absolutely knackered. So yeah, probably nothing, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I don't think it would have made a difference if we got there earlier. Did it?
No.
Really?
Oh,
Well, we said we could have got
Leroy
there.
Shout's a good one. Yeah, missing the Andy Serkis and
Yeah,
Elijah Wood panel. Yeah,
that's a great one. Louise says, "Are you going to Liverpool Con? And if so, who are you meeting?" We've touched on it earlier. I'm on the fence in a minute just because I haven't got the pops that I need for the con. But if I do go, it will be Natalia Dyer, Charlie Heaton, Eduardo, the guy who plays Argyle from Stranger Things, and Warwick Davis. Would love to meet Simon Pegg and Nick Frost, but I don't have the pops and they sold out. If you are going, Louise, do let us know who you are planning on meeting. You might twist my arm to end up going still. Who knows? But yeah, do let us know if you are going and who you could be meeting. Leroy's biggest regret from the weekend, probably not doing more panels. Have to agree. And I did forget about that, really. I can't remember what we was even doing. Was we in the camera and photo at the time then?
Auto, I think.
Yeah, it feels weird why we'd missed that panel, but we must have been busy queuing for something.
Yeah, I think the photo was at 4.
Yeah.
And then we went to the auto straight after, and we queued for, I don't know, half hour or so for the auto. I think by the time we came out of it, panel had finished. I don't think their panel was that long.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, you know what was the difference between this was? I do mention it on a video I've got coming out Sunday, where I do the proper review of the con. I think Joe's got one coming out too. But this venue compared to the Wales venues, like chalk and cheese, with the panels in Wales, they'd actually have a tannoy announcement, and they'll tell you what panel's coming up, and you start queuing there, start heading there now. This, they didn't have nothing like that. You kind of got to know, or look at the map, look at your phone if you got signal, and then head to the panel. But yeah, the Elijah Wood Andy Serkis panel, I would have loved to have seen, and I do kind of regret not getting the Elijah Wood Andy Serkis photo op duo, but I don't. But it is expensive, so I don't regret not paying it. If you know what I mean, I'm happy I've still got that 150 quid still. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly that. Yeah.
Right, the chat's actually popping right now, so I'm losing my voice here a bit. Harry says, panels are great, man, even if you don't ask a question, but if you ask a question, it makes it even better. Yeah, I've only just started going to panels, really. I was quite close to the Tom Payne panel. I didn't really fancy asking a question in front of everyone, but I did have a chance to chat to him when I got my pop signed. So yeah, maybe one day I will actually ask a question in a panel, but I just didn't know what question to ask, to be honest. Joe, would you ask a question in a panel?
No, I haven't done, but I have been debating it. It's just generally speaking, you usually get kids that ask, don't you? And occasionally you get a few adults as well. But funny enough, when we were stood on the side of the panel and I went
Yeah.
towards the back of the hall and I got asked to move,
Yeah.
the guy that asked me to move commented on my video or my post. I posted the link into the Comicon Scotland chat,
Yeah.
and the guy that asked me to move commented on it and said, "Oh, I saw you." And I looked at him. He goes, "Oh, I was working the cameras on the panels, and it was the bloke that told me to move."
Oh dear me. Leroy says, if I hadn't done Scotland, I'd definitely be doing Liverpool. I don't know if I know Leroy spent so and so amount in Scotland. I don't know how much he spent at Liverpool. Like, I don't think you do YouTube ever again. Louise says, not going to Liverpool, unfortunately. Have no money left from Scotland. Oh, so you've come from, you found my channel through the Scotland vlog. But it's nice to see that we've got some fans from Scotland tune in. But appreciate that. I do appreciate you joining in. Yeah, hope you had a good time. Let us know who you did meet at Scotland, Louise. Ash says, do they normally do cons for specific things such as horror? Monopoly do, and they've got a new one for London next year for the love of fantasy, which is going to be like vampires and stuff like that. Vampires, werewolves, zombies, that kind of thing.
Ian Somerhalder and Paul Wesley doing that.
These characters, Supernatural, Vampire Diaries, all that stuff. And they used to do a Stranger Things con. I think it's called Stranger Con, but that got cancelled during COVID, and that's not come back. There was also Walker Stalker Con before. There was a Walking Dead Con.
Oh yeah,
when the Walking Dead was big, and of course you got that Star Wars Celebration. So there are loads of things like that. They just got to start up again, really. But I think they could definitely start up again. There's so much interest and demand for like Vampire Diaries and Supernatural. And, me and Joe, we want the Star Wars, the Game of Thrones, the Walking Dead, Lord of the Rings. So, yeah, there's a lot of demand for everything. So I'm sure we will get more niche cons in the future. I'll come back to the chat in a minute, guys. But, yeah, biggest regret is definitely the panels and the auto. Most disappointing. So anything disappointing for you, mate?
Probably the overselling on the Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
It was... the queues on Saturday for guests were crazy, and there was at least one thing that we got done on the Saturday that if it wasn't for being a bit cheeky wouldn't have happened. Like, genuinely was impossible.
Yeah.
Which was the photo. I mean, the Cameron queue for the photo in the afternoon, we got there early, and we stood there for over an hour, and someone from the from Monopoly came up to us and went, "Yeah, there's basically no chance you're getting seen." I was like, yeah, okay, whatever. And yeah, probably that. Elijah was a little bit underwhelming, but again, I don't think it's his fault. So
Yeah.
Can't really complain. Yeah, the weather, yeah, but I was expecting it. I mean, for some reason, you and Leroy didn't bring coats to Scotland in October, which is mental.
I didn't think it'd be that bad. Not that bad.
It's
right.
October in Scotland. I mean, it rains in Wales every day, basically, let alone up there.
Yeah, I just didn't. I just brought a bomber jacket. I thought that would do me. Yeah, most disappointing. I don't want to say Elijah Wood was the most disappointing because I do feel for him traveling from LA and coming over. The demand for him was probably too much on the Saturday.
Yeah,
it looked like he probably stayed. I think he left early, didn't he? Saturday, actually, they said. Didn't they say he left early?
Well, he left technically on his time because they said on the schedule that after that panel, him and Andy were going, but Andy came back. I think that was probably because again they'd oversold, so he just stayed there until it was done. Well, obviously, when Elijah came back, So I think I'll flip that a bit and say my most disappointing was the scheduling. So the scheduling weren't done well with Wales Comicon and Manchester Comicon. They had the guests stay there. Their last part of the schedule on the day was table autographs.
where they'd sign it on the day until everyone's done. But they didn't have this with Comicon Scotland. They had like Andy and Elijah do the panel and then go home, and then so many more people waiting to get their stuff signed. And so yeah, a lot of people are going to end up disappointed. And I think
the
I've seen
time
it.
slots.
Yeah.
The time slots were ridiculous. The time slots they should have had a handler stood at the front of the gate of the queue where they had the picture, and then with a clipboard and gone, oh, you on this time slot, and then ticked you off. And if you weren't on it, just say, oh, if you'll pay on the day, you'll have to come at the end of the day for the last slot, and that should be how they ran it.
That's what happens with Showmasters. They literally say, have you got your time slot? Yeah, and then they scan it. And so Showmasters are quite good like that. If you don't go to your time slot, they'll send you away, and that'll be it. So fair play to Showmasters for that one.
Yeah, it makes sense, doesn't it? It just keeps it more under control rather than just a massive free-for-all whenever anyone fancies it.
Yeah, let's have a look at the comments. Louise says, we've watched your channel for a while now, but our first live tonight. Oh, I appreciate it. I know it is a late live, but we do get a few Americans joining in the stream, so that's why we have it quite late. But maybe next year we'll make it a bit of an earlier time. Oh, we met Robin Lord Taylor, Tom Payne, Cameron, and Giancarlo. Robin Lord Taylor looked a lot of fun, didn't he? He was really enthusiastic.
Yeah, he looked really, really happy to be there, and I saw him a lot. If you looked at people after they'd had their interaction with him, it looked like their year had fully been made. Like really, really chuffed. Where some people walk away from guests and they're sort of like got an auto done. Where generally speaking, people walking away from him and Tom Payne and John Barrowman, those sorts of people, like properly over the moon. So
yeah, Leroy, how was you after John Barrowman? I want to hear how you were feeling, mate. But yeah, Robin Lord Taylor looked great fun. Tom Payne, I had a great interaction with. We had a little chat after. I was asking him where he's actually from in Bath and stuff. And Cameron was great. Even the video I took of Joe, you could see Cameron asking Joe how to spell your name. You see that? He's like Joe. That was quite funny. I think Giancarlo's quite funny. I've never seen Giancarlo laugh before, and Joe managed to make him laugh. So that was a rare sight, and we got that on camera. And Leroy was feeling sore after seeing John Barrowman. So I have no idea what that means, but we'll let you lot figure that one out. And next one, what would you change? Or it might be the same topic, this same answer. So actually, no, I've got a different answer. We'll go
on. The queuing and the layout.
Yeah.
Just the two sets of double doors, the way through to get to the rest of the con was ridiculous. That was ridiculous. The way just the layout of the whole place. The entrance was ridiculous. I mean, in my vlog, I've got footage of the entrance, and in all fairness, they did change that on the Sunday to an extent. I mean, you still had to walk across a gravel car park to get to that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, probably the entrance and the layout and where the food stalls was practically in the middle of Glastonbury.
Muddy grass field.
Yeah, ridiculous. So probably that. But yeah, I can't really fault Monopoly in the sense that the way they handle people and guests and the way that they talk to you, that sort of aspect as it was sound. It's just getting from place to place was a nightmare. I mean, we're all in trainers and we've flown up, so we've only got one pair of shoes practically. And I'm like, well, I'm not even going to go get food because I was going to wreck my shoes, probably slip over, and then the only pair of jeans I brought with me, I'm screwed. Can't go out.
Yeah, damp jeans. Yeah. So my answer is similar to you, but to a bigger scale. I think I'd actually change the venue straight up. Just change the venue. I think almost everyone, because there's no houses or apartments near that venue, so everyone has got to pay public transport, fly, trams, trains, Ubers, everything to get to that venue. So everyone's spending money just to get near that venue. We had an Uber who wanted a tip. He wanted a tip for him to take us into the entrance when we paid him to take us to the venue. So we had Uber drivers refusing to actually drive us to the end of the road where the venue is. The whole venue, I feel, is so wrong and not appropriate for a con. I say on my Sunday video, I wouldn't host a school assembly in there. So it's just not for the venue. Just didn't work for me. It was very, especially comparing it to Wales. We'll go back to Wales a lot. Just weren't for me. Manchester one, there's no signal there, but there was loads of good things with Manchester. They've done it quite well. And another thing with the venue, it smelled really bad, didn't it? When you come out of the venue, there's really bad smell.
It
I'm
smelled
not
like
sure.
sewers, didn't it?
Yeah, Wilco, Leroy, if you did anyone else notice that? There's a really bad smell. I don't think it was milky, but let us know, guys, in the chat. Wilco is here. Wilco's here. Good to see Wilco. Yeah, this is the Wilco we met. Wilco's also on our video from the weekend. Next up, rate the food and drink out of 10.
Only speaking from our experience, because it couldn't rate the other stuff because we would have been fallen on our arse trying to get to it. Lee can rate that because apparently what they had was quite nice, but they had to go across an obstacle course of mud and rain to get to it. But ours, a big fat 1.4. It was awful, absolutely awful.
1.4 out of 10.
Yeah, it was a rip-off, and the chicken was like eating, flip-flop.
1.4 out of 10, and you got freebies.
Yeah, I'll give it away.
And he give it away.
Yeah. Pass a parcel with the freebies. No one wanted it. Yeah.
So we had. I think we should say what we had. Wilco saying the donuts were nice.
Oh yeah, to be fair, I had a cookie on a Sunday. That was good. It just
that was like $5, wasn't it?
$4.50 for a cookie. Yeah, it was a big old boy.
Like but Lambert spread, wasn't it? It looked like
yeah.
Yeah. So we had the chicken strips and chips from the burger van, which you had to cross the muddy field for. So we walk up and we try and go around the gate, and then the gate shuts. We have to squeeze through the gate, don't we? So the ease of access to this food and drink wasn't even proper. I'd rate it 3 out of 10. I ate it just because I was hungry and we needed some energy. I'd give it 3 out of 10. We'll go back to keep referring to Wales, but they had that Welsh beef burger or that lamb burger, and that was lovely. We destroyed that in seconds. Let's talk about the food then. Louise says the ice cream van was cheap. Didn't dare venture to the other stalls. Where was the ice cream van? Was it inside or outside? I can't remember that.
Just outside. Maybe. Oh, yeah, that was just outside the entrance. That was really busy.
Yeah, I mean that probably would have been the best thing to do for like a can of Coke or something. And then the options weren't that great either, were they? We went into the little cafe, cash only, so card machine weren't working, and then the only options was these fat profiteroles, which was quite random, and then a can of Coke, which was like $2.50. So the options weren't that great. Leroy had an expensive burger in the mud, stuck to the cake after that, 4 out of 10. The donuts were a company near where Wilco lives, so Nottingham area. We ate inside and the food wasn't the best, but wasn't the worst. Yeah, I think all the same opinion here. Stuck in the mud, a Tel Talks special. Yeah, we did do a special Friday night. We'll do another special in the future. It was in the Star Wars zones. I remember there's the donut place near the photo shoots. You remember that one? I tried to get Leroy.
There was a little calf apparently behind near where Ian Somerhalder and Paul Wesley's stuff was, because I think Ollie and Andrew went and got a drink in there. So I think there was another little calf. It wasn't signposted or anything.
It's funny. We're talking about food and then everyone's getting engaged. But yeah. I love everyone's engagement tonight, guys. Do appreciate it. And there was 15 of you in here, so if you could hit the thumbs up for us, that does help us out big time. So I do appreciate everyone being in here tonight. Rate the venue. So a bit of similarity. I'll go first. I'll go 3.5 for me compared to what I've been to.
I was going to say 4.
Yeah.
I rate how they changed a bit around on the Sunday. That gives them an extra point, but in comparison to other places, I thought the Excel was bad for Star Wars Celebration. That felt quite claustrophobic just because the sheer amount of people, and it felt like they crammed a lot into just a couple of halls. But you can get straight on a train as soon as you finish, and that aspect was really good. Where this one, I mean, we tried to get an Uber for nearly an hour after we decided to leave. Maybe even longer. I think it was longer than an hour. We were waiting for an Uber.
Yeah.
Granted, Jace ordered it to the other side.
We'll get onto that in a second. Yeah. So Wilco says it's one of the worst he's been to. Leroy says 4. Not sure Scotland in October is a good idea. Yeah. Star Wars Celebration, they didn't use all the space. And Louise says venue 3, the worst compared to the others. I really do want you. I want you to experience Comicon Liverpool with me at some point, Joe. It is one of the best venues, just due to how many rooms and how many buildings there actually is. I'd love to hear what Leroy's and anyone who's been Comicon Liverpool. I'd love to hear what you'd rate that out of 10 compared to this. But Liverpool is definitely one of the best. But Wales was brilliant as well. Liverpool is so good for that. Yeah. I thought it was a nightmare to go from tram stop to venue. We also had the problem with getting an Uber because they had the wrestling on on the Saturday night. The Ubers we were getting were requesting £75 for a 4-kilometer trip, and we just weren't doing that. So we were just stuck outside the venue till about 7:30, I think, that night.
Yeah.
I think, is that it? And then rate guest experience. So overall, your guest experience with all the guests?
9.
Yeah.
9. I don't, except from Elijah being a bit tired. That's the only thing wrong, and the rest of it was brilliant. And I mean, even still, he still did a quote, and still was happy to do it and smiling. You could just tell that he was tired, and that's it.
Yeah.
Everything else was great, exceeded expectations. Because, yeah, all very talkative. Like if you didn't want to, or you didn't say anything, they would speak.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So,
And I think I loved how the guests asked for your name as well. That was nice. I remember all of them asking what my name was. That was really cool. The chat are saying, Leroy is saying Liverpool as a whole was awesome. Great venue, I agree, and so central to everything. Yeah, so I remember booking a hotel in Liverpool. Like, you can just walk to the docks and you can actually walk back to your hotel rooms. That's central. Wilco can't make Liverpool. He's gone for Love of Sci-Fi instead in Manchester. Thought they were good and didn't think the queues was the worst. It wasn't that bad in the afternoon wise. Guests were great. 10 out of 10, no issues. 11 out of 10 for Cameron, who knew Leroy's name. Right, have we got any more? Queuing system. We'll go through queuing system quick. What would you rate queuing system out of 10?
5.
5. Yeah, could have been better. Oh my god, my throat is blocking up now. I feel it. I want to get onto the bloopers so everyone can enjoy the bloopers. The 3 I met was amazing. Probably helped because I bought stuff for 2 of them. So that was Cameron, Juan Carlo. Joe, can you guess the other one before Wilco says?
Oh, what?
Cameron, Juan Carlo. Yeah. No, for Scotland. He met Juan Carlo.
Who Wilco met?
Wait, before he says it.
I don't know. Oh, Stephen Amell. Stephen Amell he met.
Stephen Amell, that's it. Stephen Amell, yeah, he got the photo and the auto. Stephen Amell, and he said, the queue to get into the venue was shite. Yeah, the walking around the barriers, that queue was bad, and there was no one even in the queue, and they still make you walk around the barriers. That was one of the worst things. And Wilco confirms Stephen Amell. All right, is that it? Con overall, last one. The con overall. What are you going for?
7.
Yeah,
7, and that's obviously no disrespect for the guests, because the guests and the variety of guests was amazing, and Monopoly themselves were actually like really good to interact with staff and stuff. It's just the venue and the food was tin pot.
I've gone 7.5. So I think people in the chat, like I said, will be similar. 7/8. Wilco says. I'm sure Leroy's going to say 7/8. Mark as well. All about the guests for me. It was a fantastic con. Loved it. But like I said, I'll say it again. If you haven't seen Leroy's stuff, definitely check him out. He met a lot more guests compared to me and Joe. So definitely worth checking out Leroy's stuff. Guess I'm in the Monopoly bumper it up. Yeah, I do feel the stewards were really good with us, weren't they? They were a good laugh. I spoke to a bloke who was on the Elijah Wood queue, and he was quite nice. He was from like London and was chatting about stuff, and he's going to Liverpool the next one all the way up. So a lot to talk about. And the security was shy. They broke my saber. Luckily, I had super glue. Yeah, there's been a few statements from Monopoly about the security and stuff. So we're going to go for that 7/8 mark. And Louise confirms it with the 8 guests and stuff. Yeah, definitely agree there. So next up we've got the bloopers, guys. So if you're up for a good laugh, I've got 4 minutes of bloopers from the weekend. This is from the nights out, and I think are they all from Nights Out? They're all from Nights Out, and then a little bit from the con. So enjoy the bloopers, guys. Let's get this going then. So first up, we've got Jason getting stuck in a TARDIS. You shot a blind man in a box. You shot a blind man in a fucking box.
Hold that.
He's gonna tip it. You stop mucking around, please. Hey, you can't piss in there, sir.
He's blocking the door. He's blocking the door, yeah?
Oh.
I do like the jeans.
What are you recording for?
Nothing. I'm not recording nothing.
Leroy's jeans. Discreet.
Team James.
Hi, Abby.
Millwall.
I'm not trying to bug you, Jason. Turn around. Okay, now.
Fucker ain't the pussy!
Joe's not sleeping alone tonight.
It wasn't with you, Milky.
He slept alone. He slept alone.
I think you're being kidnapped. I actually don't know where I'm going. We're being kidnapped.
This is some very raw bonus footage for you.
I'm actually being kidnapped.
Leroy has called this person.
What is the name of the place?
Where are we going?
Subscribe.
We're going to Whistle
like,
Binkles, Whistle Binkers.
Viral taxes.
Currently on 12 at night. Jason's lost his mind. Leroy's lost his marbles.
Leroy's lost the fucking plot.
And Milky's hoping to get his first lady.
Right, is Joe okay?
For 20 years.
Okay.
Is Joe okay?
Edinburgh. At least there's something. You can call yourself. I'm
ignoring Leroy Screwballs and I'm ignoring Jason.
We're so tired. Yeah, it's time to go to bed.
There we go, guys. That was the bloopers. We need to get some more bloopers for next time. Oh, that was good. Let's get the rest of the stream on. So yeah, there were little clips from the weekend. So we got a bit of Ryan Milky. Let's have a look at the comments. Everyone seems to love that. But oh dear, I didn't. The bloopers weren't planned at all, but they were just footage that didn't really fit the vlog. But they had to go. They had to be on tonight's stream. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Next up, then I think we've got a bit of film chat. Oh no, latest guest announcements. Oh, so I think maybe I missed the film chat. We'll go to the film chat at the end then. So if you haven't seen it, guys, we've got some new Comicon announcements. I think before we go into Comicon announcements, I think I'm going to ask you to show off your pops quickly, mate, or you got signed, just in case, before we wrap up the Scotland vlog, because I've not seen your pops in their sleeves either. So we'll remove that and we'll go like this for now. So I didn't tell Joe to do this before, so I am moving him about. I'll go first then, Joe. While I wait for you. Or are you done? You can't hear me because of the headphones. Good to go?
Yeah.
Yeah, go on, mate. I'll leave it to you.
So I've got a Cameron Cal Kestis pop signed, made out to me with "Trust in the Force" on the side. Really nice little inscription. It was his choice of pen. I did have an Aquaflu paint pen, but he said, "Oh, I've got this. It matches a lightsaber." So like, yeah, you crack on. Frodo, from Elijah Wood. His auto is really cool. As Tel said, it looks quite elvish. Again, his choice of pen. I was going to give him a white, but he grabbed the box and started writing it straight away. So, and then he's written, "I wish the ring had never come to me." I've started doing with guests now. I just ask them what their favorite quote is, so then they have to think about it, and it means a bit more, and they're more likely to write something if it's a quote for them. And then I've got Smeagol, signed by Andy Serkis, made out to me, and then he's put "sneaky little hobbitses" on the side. So yeah, again, I asked him to write whatever he fancied. And I wasn't expecting him to write that. I thought he might have written "My Precious" or something like that, but no, he put that. So yeah, that's my 4, and happy with all of them. Very happy with all of them.
Yeah, I have to say the blue one looks better than I thought with Frodo.
It looks really good on the shelf.
Yeah, like it actually pops a lot more. I thought it'd get lost in the packaging overall, but it does stand out. As for myself, then, so we've got the Andy Serkis one, which some of you would have seen on the stream. So I didn't get it personalized, but I won't be selling this. Don't worry, I will be keeping this one. So yeah, white paint pen. When these get signed, obviously we just took the packaging, so we didn't actually take the pop. So the guests don't know how it's going to be placed when they are signing. But I feel like it covers the pop quite well there, so that's quite nice. And then, oh, wrong way. Then we've got Caesar's home, and he's done a little window sign there, which is really cool. So I'm happy with that one. Frodo is quite similar. I think it's identical to Joe's actually. Elijah Wood, this time in white paint pen with Frodo. My one has a exclusive sticker on, but my Caesar one didn't. Obviously, Joe had his Smeagol with a sticker on, so you had to work around that. And then also it has "I wish the ring had never come to me." But I do appreciate Elijah Wood doing a quote. Like I said, but he was so tired. My Cameron Monaghan one, Cal Kestis, he went a bit too thin for my liking, but it is what it is. So with the C, he's gone very, very thin. But that's only me nitpicking. But he's done his autograph, wrote Cal, and then he's wrote "Trust in the Force." So happy with that, and the blue paint pen as well to go with the blue lightsaber. You can't really see the blue lightsaber; it's just at the bottom there. So yeah, happy with that one. And then the other one, I think I'm the only one to get a Walking Dead pop signed. Got Jesus. Obviously a massive Walking Dead fan, as you guys know who watch the channel. Wrote Tom Payne, and he's got Jesus in quotes there. Doesn't fill up the box that much on this one, but I'm not complaining. And then I was debating with quotes. There was someone who in front of me, he got a quote saying "Jesus loves you," which is more of a religious quote. But I wanted to get a quote from the actual Walking Dead TV show, and he wrote, "Your world's about to get a whole lot bigger." And I did ask him at the table. I said, "What quotes can you do?" I felt a little bit cheeky asking for this quote because it's quite a long one, but he was more than happy to do it. And and after he signed it, he was happy to talk to me, and we had a little chat. So yeah, I was really chuffed for that one. Kenneth's in the chat. Good to see you, Kenneth. What else we got? Wilco says both got some cool pops. Harry says that Tom Payne is sick. And Ozzy says, where did you get the paint pens from, Tel? Coombsy actually recommended them to me. It's called like TXPD, something like that. Is that right, Joe?
TXT, something like that.
Yeah,
TXT Limited, something like that, isn't it?
Yeah, I can drop a link to you after the stream, mate. I think they're like $1.98, which is really good. And you can buy, I think if you buy 2, it's like just under £5 shipped. I think they come from America, but you get 2 for $5, including shipping. So really, and I've got no complaints. They come out really nicely. Off of the night. Thank you for tuning in, Leroy. I'm glad you stayed here for the bloopers. That was really good. Hopefully see you very soon as well, mate. But thank you for tuning in this late at night. Anyway, Comicon announcements. We have got a bit of an ITK in the stream tonight, guys, and he did say to me that this person would be the big guest announcement, and it proved to be true. So let's go through the big guest announcements then. We've got Kat Graham, who's the first guest announcement for Comicon Wales. Joe, you going to be planning to go Comicon Wales again next year?
Yeah, it's 10 minutes away. Might as well.
So we've got Comicon Wales and then Comicon Liverpool, which is just over a week away. We've got Charlie Heaton, of course, who is Jonathan in Stranger Things. And we've got Michael Ironside, who's in quite a bunch of things, but I know him from Starship Troopers mainly. Any of them interest to you? I know you're not going to the con, but would you be interested in getting them?
Charlie Heaton's really cool. I mean, for a Stranger Things fan, it's 4. Is it 4 now from Stranger Things?
What's that?
At Liverpool.
Nancy, 4. Jonathan, Argyle,
Susie.
4.
Yeah. That's really good. And that's 4 that I've not seen personally, or that I think Argyle's supposed to do one that he cancelled maybe. So I've not seen them. Yeah, so I've not seen them. So that's really cool. I kept looking at Michael Ironside and they announced it yesterday, and I could not put my finger on where I recognise from. But he is one of the bad guys in Free Willy. So a really random one, but that's where I recognised him from. He's the bloke that sat there eating popcorn and then pings one of the bolts off of Free Willy's like tub cage, whatever it is, tank. So that's where I recognise him from. So that's quite cool. Elodie, I think she did Showmasters at the NEC Birmingham, maybe.
Yeah, I went to that one. Yeah.
So that's another one, quite cool. And obviously the big one is mad. I know it doesn't feel that big because he's English, but it's the first con he's done in the UK, which is crazy, really.
Is it actually the first con? Because I looked at their statement, Showmasters, and it says Kit Harington is joining London Film Comicon Winter for the first time.
I thought it said I think it's for his first UK convention. I think it is.
Yeah, so I was like, they've worded that very cleverly, so I'm not sure if that is the case or not.
I know he did that Game of Thrones one last year in the States. And I assume he's done SDCC or something, but I don't think he's ever done one in the UK. If anyone in the chat can correct us if that's wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's the first one. And his price, considering, is very, very reasonable. Yeah,
so he's what, 125 for the auto? It's going to be very tough to get the auto. Before we talk a bit more about Kit Harington, I'll just mention about LED Grace Orkin. Yeah, I did see her at NEC. But I don't know what it's called. It's just called Birmingham Con. I can't remember what it was actually called. But I think she was very cheap. I think it was £15 autograph, £20 photo. So it'll be interesting to see what she is now. We haven't seen her in season 4. I can't remember what season 3 and season 4 is now.
She was in 3. She was in like the bowling alley and that sort of stuff, wasn't she?
Yeah, so I can't remember what. I'm getting seasons mixed up. So it'll be interesting to see if her price has gone up.
I think the only thing she's done since, I think she was doing Twitch for a bit. Oh no, that wasn't even her actually. That was what's her face?
Grace Van Dien.
Yeah.
Grace Van Dien.
Yeah.
Chrissy.
Yeah, I was thinking of the song, trying to think of the song in my
head. But yeah, back to Kit Harington then. What are you thinking, mate?
Yeah, I was speaking to Meg last night because I was planning on getting the Emperor or a Nebula pop signed, and that was sort of, I'm only going to do one at LFCC. One just because of ticketing system, and 2 just because it's quite close to this one, and it'll be my last con of the year, I'd have thought. So yeah, I was weighing up between those 2. Was probably going to go with Ian McDermott just because of his age, really. But yeah, Kit Harington's mad. So I think I'll get a ticket for both, where the ticketing system on the day, and then depending on one, if you can get a ticket, because the queues are gonna be crazy. It'll be one on the fly, be one of the 2. But in an ideal world, I'd love to meet Kit Harington.
Just the auto or photo as well?
Probably a photo over the auto, I'd have thought.
Photo first?
Yeah, I think so. I just think it looked really cool. And I think that, I just think it'd be really cool. It's something more memorable, I think. When you're meeting a guest that big, I think a photo is a little bit more memorable, especially like because it's Showmasters. I think it's be harder to get like better footage. We're quite lucky at Edinburgh that we could quite happily just stand there openly with a camera and just film each other meeting guests, where that probably wouldn't be the case. especially with people this big.
Mhm.
So
Yeah. Oh yeah, I am excited that it's Kit Harington. It's a weird one because your mind kind of goes crazy and you think of who it could be. It could literally be anyone. But obviously it's quite a random announcement, it being Kit Harington as well. But yeah, it's one of them on the day. If I can get it, happy days. But if I don't, I'm not too bothered actually. I'm just like, okay, it's too busy. It is what it is. Wilco says he's going to try and get Anthony Starr, and then maybe another one of the boys cast, making the Soldier Boy shield for him. Aim to get the whole cast to sign. That'd be really cool. And yeah, you got Mother Milk and A Train. They're going Aberdeen.
Deep's going to Love of Sci-Fi.
You got the Deep going to Love of Sci-Fi. I feel like I'm missing someone else. I feel like what's his name? Huey, the guy who plays Huey. Jack Quaid, is it? I feel like he'll do cons as well. But yeah, but he's quite deep into the writer's strike at the minute. So after that, I'm sure he'll start doing cons again. But yeah, so London Comic Con winter's looking pretty good. We've got Kit Harington, we've got Ian McDermott, the Emperor, Olivia Cook, House of Dragon, Paul Bettany, Vision, of course, Karen Gillan as Nebula, and loads of other stuff. But yeah, London's looking crazy at the minute. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it. Wilker says he's annoyed he missed Jensen at Liverpool. Yeah, he's sold out anyway. I mean, that's a tough one to get. I think he's got another one planned. Has he got another one planned?
I don't know. Don't think so. Is that the guy who plays Soldier Boy?
Yeah, but he loves the cons, doesn't he? So I'm sure he'll do something. Ash said, isn't he more popular for doing Scream or The Boys? Yeah, I think is he. I've seen him on Instagram wearing the Scream mask, but I'm not sure. My knowledge isn't that great on the Scream movies. I've seen 1 to 3, and then I kind of got bored a bit. But and yeah, Wilker says nothing yet. Hopefully. Next up, then next week's theme. So I'm not sure if anyone's got anything for next week's theme. I'm just going to check quickly if I've actually done. No, I haven't done the film bit. So do you want to give me your film recommendation now then?
So mine, I tried to think of a film that I really enjoy that I would not have thought you'd have seen. You might have done and might catch me off, but the film I've got for you is called The Secret Life of Walter Mitty.
How's that?
It's Ben Stiller, and he works for Life magazine as it's just before it closes.
Mm-hmm.
And he basically is a massive daydreamer. He spends all day daydreaming because his life's pretty boring in his eyes. And then he goes on like a massive adventure that like basically is his daydreams realized, really. And it's really cool. It's like the cinematography is brilliant because they go to like Greenland, Iceland, and countries like that. Yeah, I love it. It's one of those films I can just watch loads and just really relax. It's not everyone's cup of tea.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, look, Meg hates it, but I absolutely love it.
I've not got the comments on. Let me just have a look. It's rubbish.
It's not. It's a brilliant film.
Yeah, let me write this down. It's reminding me of was it A Town Called Otto? Just by the sound of the name. You know that Tom Hanks film.
I don't know if I've seen it.
I've not seen it. Oh, that's meant to be a great film. Was it Secret Life of Walter Mitty?
Yeah.
Do you know where I can watch it or not?
I'd imagine it's on Netflix. It's one of those films that's probably it'll be on a streaming server. If not, it'll be on a site that we know.
All right, I'll give you. I'm not sure if you've seen it. My first one was going to be No One Can Save You, but it's a bit of a sci-fi horror. So I was like, I'll give you something else then. But the film No One Can Save You is about a girl who is, I think she's had some trauma in her past, and she's alone in her house, which is in the middle of a forest, and aliens invade her house, and she's on her own. And yeah, it's quite a sci-fi film, but the whole film is no talking, which is pretty cool. There's no talking now. Yeah, there's no talking. But I'm going to give you a film. I'm not sure if you've seen it. Have you seen the film A Good Person?
I don't think so.
With Florence Pugh and Morgan Freeman?
No, I haven't. That was one I was meaning to watch, actually.
Yeah, I'll give you A Good Person then. So, A Good Person starring Florence Pugh. She's engaged and her fiance gets in a car crash and sadly passes away, and she's dealing with the trauma and trying to move on with her life and get back to normal. But pretty great watch, and it's got a lot of it's one of them. I think you're gonna hate it or love it, and I really enjoyed it. It's one of my favorite performances by Florence Pugh. So yeah, that's what I've. So you got a week to watch that one, and I've got a week to watch Secret Life of Walter Mitty. Why are we here then? Well, Meg says Secondhand Lions. Have you seen that?
Yeah, she made me watch it.
Is it rubbish? Is it rubbish?
You might like it. I can't remember who else is it. It's Michael Caine.
Yeah.
And something else is just like a feel-good family film. It's not. It's rubbish. I'll say it's rubbish just to wind her up. But
does the lion die?
It's not. I can't remember. It's even about lions. I think it's about them. I can't remember it. To be honest with you,
can't get me excited about lions and not being lions in it.
Yeah, it might be.
Yeah.
I thought it was about a plane. God,
I was gonna say about rugby team for some reason. Now I'm thinking of a rugby team.
No, it's Michael Caine, and I want to say like Robert Duvall.
Don't know.
He's in The Godfather. He's in loads of stuff. You'd recognise him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But no, I will not be watching that this week. There's one lion in it. Oh, right.
Right, I'm sold. I'm sold. And while we're here, then while we're on topic, a little chat about Loki, season 2.
You've seen it now?
Yeah, I watched episode 1 today. What was your thoughts?
Thought it was a bit underwhelming as a season opener, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I really like what's it, OB?
OB.
Yeah, I like him. It felt like almost like a filler episode of the first season. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Rather than like a season opener. I like how they continued it. Yeah, Meg started. I watched it on the plane on Friday.
Yeah.
But we started it and she's like, "Oh, I'm not too bothered really." Yeah, weird one. What did you think? I thought.
Oh, I actually really enjoyed it.
Did you?
I don't know. I think a lot of things does depend where you're watching it. If I watched it on the plane, I don't think I'd been that bothered. But today was my first day off since the con. Sat down, played a bit of FIFA earlier, and then I was like, "Yeah, I'm going to watch Loki." And I enjoyed it. I enjoyed seeing Tom Hiddleston back on screens. I enjoyed seeing Morbius. And I agree, though. It felt like the episode between season 1 and season 2. It didn't feel like episode 1, season 2. I've seen a little preview of episode 2.
Did you watch the post credit?
Yeah, and that
I think that was probably the best bit of the episode, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that got me really intrigued, and I'm sure we're going to see Sylvie in McDonald's because I think there's already like a Funko Pop of her in like a McDonald's outfit, so it should be quite interesting to see that. But yeah, I'm excited. I feel like the stakes feel a lot higher with Loki compared to the other stuff. It's everyone else is like you're meeting Miss Marvel for the first time. I can't think what else have we had lately? Secret Invasion. Just all
She-Hulk.
She-Hulk. Nothing's really appealed to me, but the Loki one, I don't know. I feels like we're getting back on track a little bit now. Daryl Dixon. I've not caught up yet. How you feeling?
I really enjoyed this one.
Mm-hmm.
Episode 5. Without giving anything away, picks up pace more. It seems like there's more stuff at stake in multiple scenarios, and the way it ends is really cool.
Okay, yeah.
So it's a shame. It's annoying that the next week's the last one. Or Sundays is the last one, isn't it? It's only Sunday.
Because you're getting into it again.
Yeah. I think the first episode was really good, and then it's kind of gone a bit like almost a bit of a copy of The Last of Us, the way that they kind of set it up.
Mm-hmm.
And now they've changed it a little bit, and they've picked it up. But it just feels like they've been dragging this season out to do another one rather than just.
Oh yeah, I forgot another season. Yeah.
So I don't know. It does feel like it's not really going to go anywhere. It's just going to go on a cliffhanger. A bit not too dissimilar from Dead City. I watched Dead City the other week and just binged them all. And if I'd have watched that weekly, I would have been disappointed by the way that ended as well.
Great, yeah. Harry says, "Tell the Rick Grimes and Michonne show teaser came out today. Have you seen it?" I literally texted Joe 2 minutes before we went live on air and said the trailer's just dropped. I said I'll watch it after the stream, but I've seen a few of the still images and I've seen a bit of the red of the flashing red lights in the trailer. So I'm excited to see it, but yeah, I've just not got around to it yet. I wanted to watch it after the stream and look at it properly, but I'm really, really excited. Corey says, have you guys watched the One Piece live action on Netflix? I didn't even like anime, but I loved it. Now, this is an interesting one because my brother, my brother's very interesting. He don't enjoy anything really, and if he does, he ain't gonna tell you. But he absolutely loved the One Piece. He loves the anime, and he tells me every day to watch it on Netflix, and he's telling me to create YouTube content on One Piece because he wants to hear my thoughts on it. Joe loves it. He's got a Jimby Funko Pop, so Joe's a massive Funko.
I don't actually. He's gone. He's gone.
But I think it's something I do want to watch. I have seen bits of it in the background when I've been in the living room and my brother's watching it. But I will give it a go. It's just haven't got the time. I know the episodes are an hour long, like a full hour long, so it's gonna be tough to watch it. I know we've just done like Sex Education and what else have we just done? I can't even think. Ahsoka, haven't we? So everything's coming out. It's not really the time for it, but I've seen the production. The scale of it looks really, really cool. I think the budget they had was huge as well. So yeah, I think it'd be rude not to check it out. But yeah, thanks for your question, Corey. And yeah, I know that character is in One Piece, isn't he? I've seen that character as well. Ash says he couldn't get into it. Let's get on to next week's theme, guys. So anyone got any themes for us? What would be lovely if you just say sunglasses? I'm just happy to wear sunglasses on stream. But yeah, if anyone's got a suggestion for next week, come on, Meg. We want to hear what you're thinking. There we go. Just stay milky. Yeah, anyone got any suggestions for next week? The wigs was the worst one for me. Joe, any suggestions for next week?
No, I'm happy to roll with whatever people say, as long as it's not face paint because I'm allergic. But anything else, I'm game. You know me.
I know you. I'm up for anything. Yeah, any suggestions, guys? Why we do that? I think the stream's open to the chat. Is that next slide? Blindfolds. Carrie said blindfolds. A bit of bird box. I don't know how we're gonna do that.
Shutter shades.
Shutter shades. Can you even get shutter shades these days? I used to love them when I had MySpace back in the day.
Well, they're not the Kanye ones, are they? Those old Kanye.
Like the Skepta ones.
Yeah. Example, sing the Nando song on the street.
That's quite a good shout. If I could get, I don't know, would Primark doing? I know Camden would do. Camden would definitely do.
I guarantee you can find one vintage for about 50p. That seems like the sort of place you'd find something like that.
Yeah, that would be a shout. Shutter shades is a good shout.
Read everything out with text to speech.
and you read everything out. I don't know how to do that. I ain't got a clue how to do that. It's hard enough doing this stream. So we've got 2 suggestions for covering our eyes, blindfolds and shutter shades. While you guys discuss that, then we'll talk about what's coming up. So I do love doing this. What's coming up on the channel? So Joe, what is coming up on your channel, mate? What can we expect in the next few weeks?
I released my first Comicon vlog from last weekend on Tuesday. That's doing really well. And then I've got a review coming out. I've got it scheduled for tomorrow, but I might push it till Saturday because I've got the views have been going up on the vlog. So either tomorrow or Saturday, I've got my review of Comicon Scotland, which also has all my pickups in it in more detail. And then on next week at some point, I will have a Q&A video for reaching 150 subs and a giveaway. So I will give everyone some more time. So if you want to head over to my Instagram and send me a message of a question, and if you go to one of my post says how to enter the Q&A to win the giveaway. The giveaway will be the Yondu 74 Funko Pop. So quite cool. It's quite an old pop. I think it's 8 years old. So quite a nice pop to win. Just a thank you for everyone that's subbed and watched over the last couple of months. It means a lot. So yeah, that's just a couple of things I've got coming up that I've got planned, and then not too long it'll be London. So Yeah. What about you? What you got coming up? You got
I
a
was gonna
review
say,
as well, haven't you?
I was gonna say about your giveaway. It's quite a good giveaway. I don't
Mm.
think I've entered yet for the pop, so I'll definitely enter as well. So to gain some traction to your channel as well. But yeah, that's a great pop to get. Only thing, if I won the pop, I probably want to get it signed as well. So that's the problem. I've not got a signed Mel yet. I just realised that I got Mel Dixon, didn't I?
Mm.
Signed. So yeah, I can get a signed Mel. But there's the link to Joe's channel, guys. If you haven't subscribed to Joe already, make sure you go check out his channel. He's got loads of Comicon Scotland content. He's got a giveaway going, so there's plenty of reasons to head over to his channel. And he's on the Tel Talks talk show every Thursday night. So definitely go check him out, guys. As for myself, I've got a Comicon Scotland review out Sunday. So we've spoke a little bit tonight about it. Just a more detailed review on Sunday. And we've got I'll show off my pops a little bit more. We'll take a little bit more time looking at detail of the pops, show off the photo, the camera photo. There was one thing I actually forgot to show off on Sunday's video. I will get it down now. Sounds a bit silly. But one of the things I did buy at the store was a Funko Pop, and out of box one. So I will just go full screen for a minute.
Oh yeah,
So,
I forgot you bought this.
yeah, I put it straight on my shelf. So I actually bought Funko Pop at the weekend, guys. Quite a random one, but I do collect Toy Story Funko Pops. Got quite a good collection as well. But I managed to find the Rex Funko Pop, and it was a tenner. It was a tenner out of box. Maybe not a growl these days, but quite a rare find. And yeah, it was £10. So I had to pick that one up. And he's been sitting on my shelf already. There was a bit of paint damage here, but I can get that off with the pink stuff. But yeah, that was one of my pickups from Comicon Scotland, and weighed quite a lot. That took up a lot of my weight for my suitcase on my journey home. But I was proud of that little pickup. But yeah, unfortunately, that didn't make it in my video for Sunday. Let's go back to full screen. And then after Sunday's review, I've got a few Funko Pops to review. Funko Europe had a big sale, so I've got the Loki and Sylvie deluxe pop moment to review, as well as a few other Funko Pops. I've got an Aragorn Funko Pop and an Emperor Pop. So yeah, I took advantage of the Funko sale. And there's a few other pops that are coming out. Stranger Things Wave, Muppets Christmas Carol pops. There's a few pops I want to get. Maybe even Peaky Blinders Wave. I might get like Thomas Shelby. So yeah, loads of Funko Pop content coming back on the channel, and then it will be London Film Comic Con content. Ash says, any more box battles coming up on your channels? Joe, what are you thinking?
Potentially, it depends on what people drop as well as what's about. I think it's a bit too soon to do another Zing Entertainment because I'd just be afraid that we get the same stuff.
Yeah,
we did get quite a lot. Not saying it wasn't good; it was a very good variety, but I think with companies like that, you've got to give it some time in between when new waves come out and stuff gets battered around. Because generally speaking, it's newer stock, isn't it? So you've got to give it a little bit of time in between. Potentially, I was thinking that we could probably do one in December and maybe do a Christmas theme one. If any companies do Christmas themed, as we were both saying that we'd both like some Christmas themed pops. This would be quite nice to get some random stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, nothing planned, but I imagine we probably will do. See, it's easy content, isn't it?
I'm just looking at a date right now. It's only the 12th of October. In my head, I thought it was the 22nd. I don't know why. But yeah, I suppose there should be a bit of Halloween content coming up on my channel, hopefully. So I might have to do some Halloween Funko Pop hunting. Might hunt for some horror Funko Pops. I don't really collect horror Funko Pops, but I can't really think of horror ones that are actually of interest to me. Anything for you? I know there's a lot of blacklight these days as well, isn't there?
Yeah. No, I had that Gremlins pop, which is technically, would you call it horror? Kind of.
Yeah. Well, I was terrified of it growing up. Yeah.
Yeah, I was when I was a kid. But no, I don't have any. I've seen some new Disney Halloween pops.
Oh yeah.
Some in Asda, saw a Minnie Mouse one in Asda yesterday. And HMV have loads of Jack Skeleton and Nightmare Before Christmas, loads of it. So
yeah, they do like Funko Ween, didn't they? I remember that from last year. I know Funko released some Halloween mystery box today, which was 100
Hmm.
quid. You seen that?
It's the same as it's like a Freddy thing again, isn't it?
Yeah, so that really appealed to me. But yeah, Corey and Harry and Ash, I feel like you guys are the horror fans. So let us know what your plans are with any horror stuff, anything you're buying. Any good horror films to watch? Because I do love a horror film. So anything that doesn't make me scared. I know there's an Exorcist film coming out, but exorcism films I find a bit dull. It's all the same thing really to me. Let's see what the chat is saying. Ash says, "Have you picked up the Muppets Christmas Carol pops?" I haven't yet, just because of Comicon Scotland. But I did go on Funko Europe today to get the flocked Rizzo pop, and it was sold out. So I might have to get the common of that one now. But yeah, a bit guy that missed the drop on that one. I will get the commons at some point. When I'm on early shifts at work, I can go to Forbidden Planet after work. But most of the time, I finish work at 7, and then that's when Forbidden Planet's shut. But I am definitely planning on picking them up, and I will do I do a nice Christmas display up there at some point around Christmas time. So hopefully I'll have a Halloween display as well. Just hoping my microphone don't come out here. I should apologise as well for the Comicon Scotland live stream, guys. We did have camera problems. Joe brought his webcam to boost our camera quality, but once it got disconnected, it just didn't want to connect again. Corey says the horror Funkos lack, to be honest, they're mostly the same, especially the Michael Myers one. Yeah, I do agree. I want the Ghostface pop. Yeah, a classic one of that would be nice, as it's the only one I know is that Scream does, but it's so much money. Yeah, it's like a growl now, isn't it? Corey says you picked up Ghostface Funko for £13. I mean, hope it's real, mate. Hope you didn't get it from China, but hope it's real. Nightmare on Elm Street. No. Joe, have you watched Nightmare on Elm Street?
No.
No. That is the Friday the 13th films, I take it.
I think so. Is it Freddy Krueger?
You know what? Tomorrow's not a bad shout, to watch Friday the 13th film. I've not seen any of them. Tomorrow is Friday the 13th.
True.
So that might be a film I have to watch, mate. Was it real? Every time I see them, it's loads. Oh, Corey says it's real. Decent. Yeah. So yeah, that's not a bad shout. It's so good. So yeah, I might give that a watch then tomorrow. Then I'm nothing wrong watching Friday the 13th. But yeah, any other questions, guys? We've timed it almost perfectly. 7 minutes left to go on the live streams. 8 of you here. So if you haven't liked the tonight's stream, guys, please do. And yeah, any more questions? We will do our best to answer it. Joe, anything else from you tonight, mate?
Channel wise, no. If you haven't seen our vlogs from the weekend, please go over and have a look. I think both our videos are really good quality. We both had quite a good laugh making them. We're both saying on the weekend it didn't feel like we'd filmed anything during the con because it was so hectic.
Yeah.
And then still came out with 15-minute videos. So we've done all right. I think my review actually is coming out either tomorrow or Saturday's 16, 17 minutes.
Bloody hell, that is long, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even realise I was just talking. So yeah, that's pretty much it really. I haven't really got too much plans distant wise except from London, and I say distant, it's 4 weeks away, so
I'm just getting the screen up now. We have touched on it. Harry says, who are you getting at London? So anything you want to touch on who you thinking of getting?
I bought a Nebula pop in case I'd get Karen Gillan, but my thing for London, I only want to get one because obviously it's not too far away from Christmas. It's an awkward time for a con, really. And we need new carpet, so only gonna get one. Yeah, I think it's a toss up really between Kit and Ian McDermott, but again, it'll be on the day thing, depending on what queues are like and stuff, and who cancels. There's still a lot of time between, and it is Showmaster, right. So you never know who might cancel. If not, say all of those cancelled, probably Brian Blessed. It's cheaper and he's just really funny. I'd love to get a voice clip of him just swearing. Have you ever seen videos of him swearing?
I've seen a video Coombsy showed us a couple of weeks ago.
But, when he swore at Coombsy,
yeah.
There's one where he's asked what his favourite swear word in the world is, and he goes on a rant for about 2 minutes and just says all sorts of stuff, and it's hilarious. So that'd be funny. It's a shame there's not I can't remember the name of the character he plays in Star Wars, the Gungan that he plays, because that would be a cool one to get signed. But
Could be coming out, yeah. There's a new Phantom Menace wave coming out.
oh yeah, that's true. Oh yeah, that would make sense. That would be a deluxe, him on like the throne or something like
Is
that.
it
But
Boss Gungan? Boss Gungan?
Boss, that's it. Yeah,
Boss man. Boss man.
Boss man, Wakey Wines Gungan.
Sam Pop says, glad you had a good time. Yeah, absolute ace. And Ash says, Nightmare on Elm Street is Freddy Krueger. And Friday the 13th is Jason Voorhees. Yes, I've not seen any. I've not even seen the fighting together one. Was it Freddy versus Jason? Is that, yeah, that's what it would be. That's why I'm getting confused. Yeah, I've not seen them ones either. But yeah, I don't think, Joe, if you don't like horrors, I think the Freddy Krueger one is horrors in your sleep. Like when you're dreaming, he comes to you. So it's one of the worst types to go for, really.
It's not horrors as in I don't like them because they scare me. It's not because that. I just don't find them enjoyable, if that makes sense. I just find it like quite predictable. I like Insidious, and that is pretty much it. And I used to like the old school Paranormal Activities, and then it just got a bit too far fetched, and it got to a point where it's like, oh, I'm literally waiting for some pots and pans to fall in the kitchen. And
you're waiting for the clue, aren't you? And then it's like, oh, now it starts. Yeah.
Yeah. And that was back in the times where like cinema tickets were actually quite expensive before View started selling tickets cheap. Like you pay 15 quid to go to cinema and you're just watching someone's frying pan get launched around the kitchen, or like a cot start going up and down or something. So
yeah. For those of you that like horror, I think one of my favorite horror films is The Strangers. Have you seen that? It's got Liv Tyler, who's in Lord of the Rings, the one who Aragorn loves, I think.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, The Strangers is definitely one of my favorite horrors, when 3 people in masks turn up to just terrorize this couple who just got engaged or they just got separated. I can't remember how it goes, but yeah, the horror on that was brilliant. It was kept you on the edge of your seat. And then they done like a dodgy sequel on Netflix, and that was a bit of a failure. Jeepers Creepers was another one that used to traumatize me as a kid. And then number 2 was horrible as well. That scared me. And then they done a like dodgy third, and it was again absolute pants. Kind of ruined the saga. But yeah, them 2 stand out for me. Ash says, defo watch Nightmare on Elm Street. It's so good. He can only get you in your sleep unless you pull him out of the dream. Yeah, that sounds mad. Absolute mad. But yeah, we're going to wrap up the streaming, guys. We absolutely timed it perfectly. Looks like we're going for Shutter Shades then next week. So I think you have to get Meg to buy you a pair, as she suggested it. Don't you go paying for the sunglasses, mate.
I bet Claire's accessories sell them if that still exists.
Claire's is the one. Claire's could be the one. And then after that, we'll probably have to go back to like Halloween one, towards Halloween. I'm not sure what day Halloween falls on this year. Is it going to come up? My calendar's not coming up right now. I'm not sure what day it falls on. But yeah, thank you to everyone that has tuned in tonight. And guys, if you could hit that like button for us, that would be brilliant. Thank you to everyone that has Tuesday. Oh, it's not too bad then. Let me remove that. Yeah, thank you to everyone that has tuned in tonight. Been a good stream. Joe, thanks for coming on. You've done a lot of talking, but I do appreciate it, mate.
You're welcome. Anytime.
And if you guys want, I know you guys want to see it one more time.
We're so tired. Yeah, it's time to go to bed, sis.
There you go, guys. So I had to put that in there. Yeah, it's Tuesday. Thank you to everyone for tuning in. And that is it for next. We are only doing 30 episodes, and so we've got 6 more episodes left, I believe, and maybe a Christmas special. So yeah, we will be back in the new year. But yeah, about 6 more episodes left. So hopefully you guys don't miss a stream, and we will see you next week.